It's funny, when I was watching Fox News and listening to NPR, and I was thinking about how, and then I'll tell you, I don't listen. I haven't listened to presidents speak in, I guess, probably Reagan. I listened to him. After that, I didn't really listen to anybody. And the reason was they talk one thing and they do something different. And I'm trying to figure out why they talk this stuff, why they say things, especially when they talk about things that they know is incorrect. They know it's completely wrong, but they still say this stuff. They give facts out that are misleading. Like I say, they give numbers out that are misleading. They're saying it to make it sound like they know what they're talking about, but they don't apply all that information that they're dumping on us. They don't apply it to their own lives. And what they're doing is they're brainwashing the population. And that's exactly what it is. It's just that simple. They keep repeating this BS, and so people start thinking it must be true, and it's not. It's fabricated, and it's what it is. It's just plain propaganda. And like I say, you see it on the news. Even the stuff that I talk about, it's the same thing. It's propaganda. When I'm telling you this stuff, because you're getting it one-sided, and you're not really seeing the whole story. This is what I tell people, and that's why a lot of people think, well, you don't know what you're talking about, because it doesn't, it doesn't sound real. A lot of people don't even think it's real, and that's why I tell people, come with me. You come with me, and you can see, and you can think. You will think, and you'll make up your own mind. But if you just sit there and you just listen to what I say, and you take it as gospel, you're being brainwashed. And so it's not just me. Like I say, it's like I say, the religion, the news, the government, your peers. They try to convince you things that aren't right. And that's why I'm back to what I like to go by is people's actions. I go by what people do, and then if this is the way they say they believe this stuff, but when I see what they believe, when I see them do things, then that tells me that is really what they truly believe, is your actions. So I watch people's actions, and that's why I say profiling. You profile. A terrorist can say, well, I'm not a terrorist, but and you're profiling him, and you see the way he acts, that tells you he really is a terrorist. Same thing like presidents of the United States. They will say things, but they don't follow what they say. I talked about it when I was training SWAT teams. I did negotiating, and they put me on a telephone, and they would negotiate with me. They were talking to me, and they would say one thing, but my eyes would see something different. And what it was, it was a hostage situation, and I was on the second floor, and I had hostages. And I looked out the window, I could see the SWAT team moving around out there, with ladders. And I told the negotiator, I said, hey, stay away from us, or I'm going to kill the hostages. And the negotiator said, okay, we'll keep everybody away. And then he kept talking to me, and as he was talking to me, I could see him taking ladders, and they were moving in closer and closer and all this. And I said, I've told you, keep everybody away. And he says, yeah, nobody's coming close. I told them to stay away, and they're all staying away from me. And I'm watching, and I'm seeing this stuff. And what happened is I started getting confused, because he's telling me one thing, and my eyes are seeing something different. And so the biggest thing I learned out of that is go by what you see and not so much by what you hear. And that's why you have to watch out, because now they'll show you videos, and you'll look at the video and you say, oh, that's it. But even videos can be misleading. They can be misleading also if you don't get the full story about what you're seeing in that video. So that's why I really don't even like the video stuff. I'd rather people see and what's going on. That's why I like people to come with me. Come with me. You can see things. You don't have to take my word for anything. You see it and come up with your own conclusions. And talking about that, they're making what do you call it? Documentary movie kind of thing about me. And it was the same thing. They saw my videos and they said, man, this guy can't be real. And they kept watching the videos, and they finally think, he just may be real. And so they got a hold of me, and they came and they videoed one part of it here in the United States. And then so then here in the United States, you see me and I'm doing moves, and I do different things, and I talk certain things, and I showed them a few moves, and I told them a few stories. And then now the thing is, they're thinking, well, he talks the talk, so but really, what is it? Is it really like he says? They're coming to Guatemala, so they'll be coming, and they're going to be making videos. And I don't know how that's going to work out at all. And like I told them, there was a time I never used to take pictures and videos down in Guatemala, because there was a time you took pictures, they would kill you. Well, now I don't know what's going to happen, but they're going to come. They're going to bring their film crew, and they're going to spend some time with me, and I'm going to show them, okay, this is what I do. I show them what I do. I have certain moves. I've got certain tactics, and they're going to see all this in action, and they're going to be videoing it. So that's going to be, it's going to be in it. That's going to be something. But I say, the brainwashing, people are going to tell you one thing, but they're not going to do what they tell you. That's brainwashing. You're going to see on my videos, I'm sharing what I do, and I'll give you the results, good or bad, because not all my stuff turns out good. So, and this is a good example. I'm on a trip going back to Guatemala, and I've shared my tactics. We're going to try the tactics. We're going to be using them, see what's going to happen. And but I say, and I do try to brainwash people. I try to brainwash people to open their minds so they can think, so they think for themselves, and they can make decisions, and they can better themselves. You think, you do something based on your thinking, not what you're told, but what you think, and you follow that up with your actions, will build confidence. So that's what I'm trying to do, is brainwash you into doing more than what you can do, instead of limiting yourself. So I'm brainwashing too, and I do the same thing with all the people around me, and even with my wife, and I believe the same thing. That's what makes a good relationship, is when you're trying to convince each other they can do better. They can better their lives. And so brainwashing can be done in a positive manner. But it's just something to think of.